Alright, so to fix what you've just seen, ideally you would have to replace a couple of elements. Some people replace just this bit here with the pin inside, and I actually got my little pack down here. I've got this plus the new pin, but ideally you want to replace the whole mechanism, which is also that bit here. So as you can see, this is what actually sits inside the door, because you see that hole here in the original bracket, I would say, is also enlarged now, so you have to replace all the elements and then hopefully this sound will disappear completely. Alright then, so first you're going to have to get this thing off. To do that you're going to have to remove just 5 screws. There's one over here, second here, and 3 at the bottom. So I'm going to use my electric screwdriver. Of course you don't have to do that, you can use a manual screwdriver and that's going to be just okay. Right, so taking this off, all you have to do is basically use a screwdriver and sort of pry it from the bottom. I've done this side already, and it will feel like you're breaking something, but you're not. That's just... So once this is all flapping loose, you kind of wiggle it upwards like this. There you go. Okay, once you're in there, there are going to be a few electrical connectors there. As you can see, they're all different sizes and colors, so simply unplug them. So this is going to be the red one here, the blue one here, and the big one blue there. Alright, so there's 2 more cables to take off. This is going to be a bit tricky because you've got to hold it, I guess by this handle here. And then there's going to be the yellow one here and the black plastic here too. So basically, pull the plastic out so it releases the metal cable like that, and that will allow you to unplug everything. Okay then, now so to actually remove that bit here, because as I said before, I'm not going to be removing just the pin and this hinge, I'm going to be removing that as well, and that is, as you can see, hopefully screwed in by those 2 10mm nuts. To get access to that, I'm going to remove the speaker. It's only 2 screws holding it, so that's going to be a quick job. And there's going to be a little connector here, so get that unplugged. There we go. Put it away. Get this off. And by doing that, I can then stick my hand in and be able to pull this out from inside. So now to release it, I'm going to use a 10mm spanner. I'm just going to go by hand now. Okay, that's another one. Should go by hand now, and it does. Okay, so have a look. So this pin is so minced now that it's going to come out without any resistance. I'll just push it from the bottom. That's it. If I stick my arm inside there, hopefully I'll be able to pull this out. Come on. Here we have it. Alright, so we're getting closer now. I need to remove this check, this door check. Alright then, so now it should just come off by using fingers. There we go. So if I just now show you something, this is what causes that nasty noise every time you open the door in your Jeep. So this is the old part, and as you can see here, this is egg-shaped, and this here is the new part. You see the difference? But really what you've got to do as well is you've got to replace that as well, because if you have a closer look and pay a bit more attention, what you'll see, so on the left we've got the old bit and on the right we've got the new bit, and you can tell that the hole on the left is also bigger, and you can actually see it straight away. Just get this in. Okay. So I guess this is going to be the hardest part. I'm going to try to put this in through that hole, through that speaker hole. Okay. Hey! There we go. Look at this. Look at this, man. Come on. There we go. Okay, so now the 10mm nuts on top of it. Okay then, so before we put the pin in, what you've got to do is, having this somewhat loose, you're going to have to pull it to align both holes, allowing you to put the pin in. Alright man, before we start hammering the pin in, it's a good idea to use a tad of grease and check it in those holes. Okay, grease that one here as well. Oh man, so this job is can be done. Let's hammer that pin in. There we go. I will now reassemble it in the reverse order, and we'll have a final try. Hopefully it's going to be a lot quieter. Alright then, so let's have a look at the final result. And this is just the sound of a normally operating door.